Kamala Harris visiting Detroit this week and rolling out a new agenda focused on garnering support from black men.
But the polls show Democratic support among black voters since 2020 is actually, as you can see right there, slipping.
So we decided to go to Detroit for our exclusive Barbershop Talk series to see what real Americans have to say. Let's take a look.
As I always say, the barbershop is the center of everything in the community in Black America. So we start in Detroit, Michigan to figure out what the people are saying on the ground. Let's go. If the election were held today, who would win the election?
Kamala Harris.
I think it's a coin flip at this time. I really do.
I think the country is so divided, you wouldn't have numbers like you have if the country weren't divided between the two candidates. It's pretty much 50-50.
I'm still in between myself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decisions have to be made. Me being an entrepreneur and a father and a grandfather, I'm looking at what state my children will be in 10 years from now.
At the end of the day, I'm Trump because my eyes open. I can see that he was doing a lot better than what we're going through right now. You can't even go to the grocery stores right now without making a life decision on what you want to get. You know, you got to compromise. We don't have to go through that 4 years ago.
You know, just being able to just live on a day-to-day basis, it has become a little harder at this point in time.
It's really hard to put our economic condition now on any particular administration.
In regards to the economy, I do think that Trump have some benefits as far as keeping our jobs right here, right here in this country, not sending another job overseas. We're already going through enough crisis right here in our country, and I think the working class, we need more job security right here in this country.
Who thinks immigration-wise, Kamala Harris is better?
I don't have enough information about that question.
That's fair. Who thinks Donald Trump would be better for the border?
Let's face it, individuals are coming into our country, not just illegal, but they're criminals.
The third issue is crime. Who do y'all feel like is the best candidate to handle crime in America?
Kamala Harris absolutely would be the best.
We have forgotten. The memory is so short right now. Was it not Vice President Harris who supported what? Defund the police?
More black men voted for Donald Trump than any other Republican ever. So why is that? What is leading toward more support for him versus any other Republican?
My brother is a firm Donald Trump supporter.
There you go.
And some things that he always says to me is that some of his principles, as far as abortion, as far as same-sex marriage, as far as those things, those are a lot of the sticking points that draw a lot of our black men.
Sometimes us as brothers, black brothers, we feel like the other is better than we are. We would, to me, that's that slavery mentality, that master is better, and that we want to.
Well, hold on, Bishop. Are you saying that the brothers that
I come from a different generation?
I understand that. Are you saying that the brothers that subscribe to Donald Trump, that feel like he would be better, have a slave mentality?
Many of us do still have a slavery mentality. I'm voting for master.
The problem is black people, we vote emotionally. That's not smart. We need to vote. We need to educate ourselves first.
We got to stop this emotional, because that's what's wrong with the black race. We too emotional. I can't have a opinion without you being mad at me or something, or you upset when I said. We got to come together.
The presidency is not a person. It's an institution to be protected. Okay, and I think we need to get back to that, understanding the position, understanding what the intended job is, okay? It's not Kamala Harris, it's not Joe Biden, it's not Donald Trump, right? It's the United States of America.
That was great. I want to
great.
go to that barbershop.
It was so much fun. As you can see, the tension got up at points of it, but it's an authentic conversation. And I left with 50% of them are going to vote for Donald Trump and 50% of them are going to be for Kamala Harris.
Right.
Still some undecided people in there as well, but the one consensus that you continue to hear is about the Trump economy, the Trump economy, the Trump economy.
Sure.
The other thing you hear, at least for some of the people that are going to vote for Kamala Harris, is that they want to be a part of the history of the first black woman being president. So there's a balance of economics versus history making going on.
Yeah, I think what mattered the most to them, it sounds like keeping jobs in America and paying for groceries at the grocery store for prices to go down so they would have more money to feed their families. And then the one guy said about Kamala Harris, I don't have enough information on her stance on immigration. Like, how much time do you have? Because we could inform you.
One of the brothers that that was in the barbershop is a construction worker.
Okay.
And he goes, look, I don't want to give Donald Trump credit on this, but he goes, when I was in the construction industry, because of what was happening in the border when he was cracking down on it, he goes, our wages went up because they weren't allowed to hire. They didn't have the illegals to hire. So he goes, I have to give him some credit on that because it did directly impact my job. And I think that's what it's going to come down to as the race settles down. We're like almost like getting close to 2 weeks out. Then people are going to make decisions based on how it will impact their day-to-day lives.
Well, and the barbershop itself, I bet business is off from the heyday just because people don't have enough money to go and get a haircut, a shave, and they do a shoe shine there too, right?
That's 100% right. It's a traditional barbershop. Very respectful, though. Even though the conversation got heated sometimes, it was civil, and the people left hugging, dapping each other up, and went right back to work.